everybody, and welcome to Bits of Board, where we're talking board games, miniatures, cards, and dice. My name's Michael, and today we continue on our journey through the Kingdom Death Monster campaign. This is going to be Lantern Year number 3, and the very first time that we come face to face with the Screaming Antelope. This is a wonderful encounter, and I cannot wait to show you guys. Alright, so just a quick little bit of bookkeeping. We had 3 endeavors left over at the end of the last settlement phase. How did we use it? Well, I think we used the shared experience ability of the Lantern Horde. So you pick 2 survivors. Now one has to have at least 2 hunt XP more than the other, and then he gains 1 hunt XP for all their chatting and talking about tactics and stuff like that. So the 3 survivors that we've chosen are our newbie from Lantern Year number 1's hunt phase. He's now sitting on 2 hunt XP. And then the very first parents of our settlement, they have those strength bonuses, and now they're sitting on 1 hunt XP apiece. Very nice, and it's going to allow them to catch up a little bit quicker for when we need them, if our survivors die. Anyway, with all that being said, let's duck straight in to the hunt phase of Lantern Year number 3. Here we have Bastion, poor old Bastion. He's got his amazing scrap sword, but not heaps of survivability there. That should be okay though, because he's going to have chock-a-block survival at the end, or at the beginning of the showdown phase, so he can get in and get out as hopefully as much as he needs. All right, here is Eva's loadout. As you can see, she's got the cat eye circlet and whisker harp again. So she's going to be going for a lot of that support sort of style gameplay. She does, however, have the bone blade handy just in case she needs to deal out a couple of wounds. But of course, she's mainly going to be concentrating on fist and tooth because we really want that weapon proficiency. With the harp and the stone noses, she'll be back up to 4 survival. All right, here we have Ripper's loadout, catgut bow in hand and the bone blade there for backup. She's got the stone noses, so she'll gain that little bit of extra survival and insanity. She will be sitting on 2 insanity, and we're going to give her that dried arcanthus as well, which will bump her up to 4. Lastly, we have Lucky. He is fully kitted out with a set of rawhide armor. He's got a bunch of bonuses to his stats that I have amended since last week as well. I think I gave him an extra speed when I should have given him an extra movement. Now he's sporting the King's Spear, and he is going to be going for spear weapon proficiency here. So let's hope he can nail a couple wounds there. And off our survivors go, about to hunt their next quarry, the Screaming Antelope. This will be the first time we come across this guy, so let's make it a memorable one, right? The Antelope is not too far away down the track. We've only got 3 events to get through. Let's head off. Our first event, teething. The survivors find a trail of large rotting teeth littering the ground. Each survivor may scavenge. Roll 1d10 on the table. Nice. This looks like it gives us an opportunity to pick up some Screaming Antelope resources, so let's give it a shot. We'll roll for Eva. She gets a 3 and finds nothing of use. All right, Bastion. A 6. Nothing of use. Oh, come on. Ripper. A 2. Oh, that could have been bad, but nothing of use. And finally, we roll for Lucky. An 8. Yes. An intact tooth. Gain 1 large flat tooth Screaming Antelope resource. Here we go. There it is. When you gain this, a survivor of your choice gains +1 insanity. Its surface is rough and bumpy. All right, who needs that insanity? Let's give it to Eva. She's already mental, and that is just the way we like her too. All right, if no one scavenges, roll the random hunt event. We had scavenging happen, so let's move on, and we get a random event. Let's roll. We get 14. Chance encounter. Where are we? The survivors encounter a bewitching barefoot waif with soot-covered feet. If you already rolled this event on this hunt, or if all survivors are insane, she turns her back and disappears into the darkness. Is everyone insane? No, Lucky's okay. All right, here we go. Otherwise, exclaiming wildly at the survivors, the woman's presence fills everyone with the alien feeling of hope. All survivors gain +1 courage and +1 understanding. If the settlement has hovel, she snaps her fingers and ages before their eyes. A chill passes over the survivors. Well, it looks here we don't have hovel, so this is good. Their bodies and armor spontaneously knit themselves back together, heal all injuries, and lost armor points. Oh, that would have been nice, but we didn't need it. Then she pulls a random survivor aside and whispers secrets of the upcoming hunt. They gain a +1 accuracy token. Wow. That is a perler of an event. Only we had hovel, hey. But +1 courage and understanding is certainly nothing to sneer at. All right, that one is done. We move on to hopefully the last hunt event before we hit the antelope. Devoured grounds. The stone-faced ground is littered with the leavings of ravenous passing beasts. Half-eaten Arcanthus plants are strewn everywhere. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, the survivors may skip the next hunt space. No one has that 3+ understanding, so otherwise we roll a random hunt event. We get 92. Failed start. The survivors find the tattered remains of 4 humans clad in loincloths and clutching stone shards. They bear the distinct marks of the white lion claws. Each survivor suffers 1 brain event damage and gains 1 founding stone starting gear. Whoa! Survivors with 3+ understanding also gain +1d10 insanity. Well, no one's got the understanding, but I'll tell you what. That is 4 new founding stones. Oh my god, that is good. All right, so we add that to the inventory, I guess, and we move our survivors into the same space as the Screaming Antelope, and the showdown begins. There was once a fearsome monster that was trained by the hand to be a steed for the goblin. However, upon smelling its new master, the monster's mind shattered, and it ran into the darkness, foaming at the mouth and biting the noses of the stone-faced floor. Now here is most of our showdown board setup. We've got a bunch of terrain out there. The Screaming Antelope actually starts with all those 6 Arcanthus plants there, as well as that bug spot. So I'm hoping we can get up there to get harvesting a little bit and maybe collect a few bits and pieces. Now today I drew the long stone pillar there on the right. That's going to give us hopefully a little bit of blocking from sight. Of course, due to Ripper's strategist fighting art, we've got a giant stone face down there. She is going to be hoping to get on top of that so she can land a couple of bow shots to the antelope. And then we have our survivors all the way down here at the bottom. So they're going to have to work pretty hard to get up there to engage the antelope, although I'm pretty sure he is going to be scooting about like nothing else. To the right, we also have the last piece of terrain that we drew, the ore vein. So I'm pretty sure one of our survivors can get over to that, harvest that pretty quickly as well. All right, let's get in and get set. All right, so it's down here that we begin our hunt. Of course, though, the antelope goes first. So we're going to be starting by drawing his AI card. Salam. Pick target closest knockdown survivor. Nut. Furthest threat in field of view and in range. Now, range for him is 6 movement. So he's not actually going to be able to reach our survivors with that. So because he has no target, he's going to start off by grazing. Now, grazing can be an absolute pain because he is going to try and gobble up all of that Arcanthus, which, come on now, is rightfully ours. He full moves to the closest Arcanthus plant. So he's going to pop out forward there. If the monster is on or adjacent to an Arcanthus plant, archive the terrain and heal 1 wound. All right, so we archive that terrain. Fortunately, he hasn't actually had any wounds yet, so we don't have to worry about that. But come on, man, that's my Arcanthus. I want that. All right, next we move into the survivor's turn. We'll start off by moving Ripper up to the giant stone face. So she can move 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's going to be able to get there. And then she'll use her activation to hop on top to any of the placement locations on the stone face. So she's going to hang around right there. Now Bastion, he's going to move over to the ore vein and try and harvest that. We roll 1d10 and hope for the best. It's a 1. No, find nothing and archive this terrain. All right, let's take Lucky, our tank. We're going to take a bit of a gamble here and move him in range of the Screaming Antelope and also in his path if he's going to move forward. Going to pop him down in front of that Arcanthus and we're going to roll to harvest. 1d10. We get a 9 and that is a fresh Arcanthus. Oh yeah. Absolutely love this stuff. Lastly, we're going to move Eva. We're going to move her straight up 5 spaces, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move her out of the way a little bit. After moving though, we are going to use the cat eye circlet so that we can have a look at the next 3 hit locations. All right. We have 3 locations. The Restless Chest, which has a wound reflex. We have giant teeth. Oh, and these are super dense. So if the weapon we use to attack with is frail, we actually have to archive the weapon. That one's not good. Lastly, we have the Restless Shoulder, which also has a wound on it. All right. Well, I guess as long as we don't attack with the bone blade, we don't really have to worry about the giant teeth. So let's pop that one at the top and let's have the monster activate. We draw his AI card and we get Ram, the furthest threat in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Ripper is actually the farthest survivor in range. So the Screaming Antelope moves towards her. 1, 2, 3, 4. It moved 4 spaces towards her. So that means that this is a speed 1, accuracy 2+, and a 5 damage attack. Yikes. We roll for the monster hit. It's an 8, so it hits. We roll the target location, which is going to probably receive 5 damage, and it is the body. Now, we would be silly to try and take that. So, Ripper uses one of her survival to dodge the attack. And with that, we move back to the survivor's turn. We'll start by moving Lucky. And he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And he's going to attack diagonally with the King's Spear. Now this is a 2 speed, hitting on a 6+, but because he's got a bonus to accuracy, we're going for 5s. 2 7s, and we'll take it. 2 hit locations, the giant teeth and the Restless Chest. All right, let's go the giant teeth first. The antelope has a toughness 8, and this is a strength 3 weapon, so we're going for a 5+. But we also have a +1 to strength, so 4+ it is. Let's go. A 7 and we make the wound. Removing the top card of the AI deck, plopping it down in the wound stack, we move to the next location, 4+. And we get an 8 again, which is excellent, meaning we remove another AI card from the deck. We now resolve the wound reflex there. Turn the Screaming Antelope to face the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. Thank goodness we are standing diagonal. We'll turn and we might move the antelope in a way that maybe helps us a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, Let's move Eva up and see if we can get a wound with the fist and tooth while we've got the blind spot opening. 4, 5, we can make it, so we move her up and attack. Now, because of Eva's quixotic disorder and monster claw style, we gain a total of 2 strength tokens for this attack, as well as 1 accuracy token. So she's going to be hitting on a 6+. We have a 6 and a 9, 2 hits. The restless shoulder comes up and the palate. Now, because the restless shoulder, that may involve the antelope moving back, we are going to try and wound the palate first. 8 toughness here, so we're going for a 6+ because of our strength tokens. A 4, no good. We resolve the failure. The giant maw snaps shut. Spend 1 survival to react quickly or suffer 3 damage to the arms location. Alright, let's spend that survival. Let's go for the restless shoulder. And we get the 6 that was. So we get the wound. All right. Remove another AI card from the deck. And now we have to resolve this wound rule. Your blow clips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. Turn to face the attacker. Then without moving, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. Cancel all hits now out of range. All right. Turn around and move back. Oof, that's an awkward position. It's the end of Eva's activation here, but we're going to use 1 of her survival to get out of the way because I'm pretty sure the Screaming Antelope, he has a habit of smashing forward. So now that we have dash, we're able to use our survival to gain another set of movement. Let's get out of the way. All right. Next, we will have a Ripper take a shot with her bow, but that's if she's in range. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic. Now, usually the toppled pillar would block line of sight. But once again, standing on top of that giant stone face, just too good because we get to ignore all obstacles. Now the bow is speed 2, but because she has a bonus to speed, we are rolling 3 dice. Going for a 5+. Going for a 5+. Ooh, only 1 hit there, come on. But a good hit nonetheless. Let's check the hit locations. What do we got? Restless Shank. All right, so it has a wound reflex, so let's hope for the best here. The bow is strength 3, so we'll be going for 5s, and we have a bonus to strength here. So we're going for the 4+. And a 5, we just make it. All right, so we grab another wound, absolutely smashing through this antelope. Let's move Bastion now. Get him into the fray. 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do it there. Time for the monster activation. What do we get? Back kick. Pick target in blind spot and in range. Well, no one's there, thank goodness. Closest threat in range, that's gonna be Bastion. This is a speed 1, accuracy 3, and 3 damage. Yikes. We move the monster down and we turn it so that our survivor is in the blind spot. Speed 1, 3+. It's a 5, so it's a hit. Let's see where. To the hands. To the arms, anyway. Alright, we're going to spend the survival to dodge. Let's begin the survivor activation with Bastion. 2 speed, going for a 4+. An 8 and a 6, 2 hits. We have the giant mouth and the giant tongue. Oh, let's have a look at these ones. Oh, that giant tongue is going to be nice and easy to wound. We get -2 toughness there. What about the mouth? Ooh, if we mess this up, If our wound roll for the location is a 1 or a 2, the monster consumes the weapon. But this is our scrap sword. Oh no. Okay, all right, let's go for that giant tongue first. All right, guys, here we go. Going for a 4+. It's a 2. Oh, wait. So it's -2 toughness. So we have a toughness of 6, 3 strength for the scrap sword, 1 for our strength. We actually make this wound on a 2. Thank goodness this was the giant tongue. All right, so we get the wound. Wow. Move on to the giant mouth. We do not want another 2 here, guys. It's a 6 and we make the wound. Oh, is there anything else that happens with that? Archive, no. We are surviving that nicely. Another AI card gone. Crazy. All right, let me pitch this camera up so you can get a nice view on what I can only assume is going to be the Screaming Antelope's last moments. All right, now we have been absolutely caning it with wounds. So just notice we've still got all this Arcanthus and stuff hanging around. All right, what are we gonna do? Well, let's finish Bastion's activation off by moving him out of the way. So he's just attacked, so now he gets to move. Let's bring him out the front here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be very nice there. Circling around the Screaming Antelope. All right, let's get collecting. I may be getting cocky here, but let's go for it. We're going to move Eva, and we're going to get her up to that Arcanthus up there. Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to full move, and then we're going to dash to get the rest of the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's right there. Let's roll for the Arcanthus. With the 5, we find something tasty and consume it. If you do gain +1 survival, well, that helps, I guess. Let's get rid of that. Let's do the same with Lucky. Let's get him up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then we're going to spend that last bit of activation to get there because we want to see what these bugs do. Now, because we've just spent some survival, because of the full set of rawhide armor on a 6+, we are going to get our survival back. All right, we lose the survival, so that's not the end of the world. But let's roll for the bug patch. What do we got? An 8. All right, so we only needed a 4+ there. Gain 1 random vermin resource. Archive this terrain. Cool. All right. I don't think I've ever picked up a vermin before. That's good. All right, so we'll draw from the deck here. What do we get? The Cyclops Fly. Look at that guy. If we consume this, well, wow. Okay, so on a 1 to 3, the fly's eye explodes, releasing acids that melt your insides and you die. On a 4 to 5, we get a slight citrus flavor, but no effect. But if we get a 6+, gain 1 permanent +1 accuracy. That is awesome. All right, Ripper, let's see what we've got. She takes aim with her bow. 5+. Oh, that one is out of here. It's a 2 and a 4. No good, guys. Looks like the antelope is gonna have another turn. We draw the last remaining AI card in the deck. Don't worry, we've still got a few discarded that we've got to get rid of next. We have, what is this one? Gore. Full move in the direction the monster is facing and turn to face the closest survivor. Let's move, and we're moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, our 3 survivors in range. Let's draw. And bam. All right, Eva is going to be attacked here. We move and attack. Here we go. Speed 1, 2+. A 9, it is a hit. And so we go the wound location for the legs. It is only 1 damage, but we would be knocked down. All right, let's just go with that. I think we'll take it. Eva suffers 1 light wound and becomes knocked down. We shuffle up the Antelope's AI deck. He's only got 4 cards left, which means 5 wounds left, and he is out of there. All right, we're gonna have Ripper move to the corner here. Now, she won't be able to attack, but I am going to get her to encourage, and she's going to encourage Eva over there. So Eva will stand up, and she gains +1 speed till the end of this round. All thanks to Ripper's leader fighting art. Let's move Eva around, and she's going to run back into the Antelope's blind spot around there. And she'll attack with fist and tooth. 3 speed, thanks to her encouragement, going for a 6+. We get a perfect hit. Oh, and 2 misses, no good. Let's see how we go. The furry tail, not fury tail, although. So there's no negative effects, no reflexes here, so we will just roll for it. We score a 7, so we make the wound. Discarding that location, discard a wound. She's in a dangerous spot there, but we continue on. Let's have Lucky move to the other corner here, and he'll attack with the King's Spear. 2 wounds on a 5+. Oh, so close. We get 1 hit though. The Gnarled Horns. We have a failure here if we don't make it, but I like our chances. Aiming for a 4+. And we get the 8. All right, another wound. All right, let's have Bastion move right beside the Antelope there. He attacks with the Scrap Sword, hitting on a 5+. A 1 and a 2, worst rolls ever. And with that, the Antelope activates. Back kick, no! Pick target in blind spot and in range. Oh no, poor Eva. She is going to get a speed 1 accuracy on a 3+ attack here. Now, she really doesn't want to take this attack, so we're going to take advantage of the flow of combat. This little line across here, every time we hit one of those, our survivors have a chance to use their survival. In this case here, Eva is going to spend a survival to dash. She only needs 1 point of movement to get out of the way, and the rest of the attack is ignored. Let's shuffle over for a closer look. Still too far away to make an attack, Ripper just hangs out on the giant stone face, leaving the rest of the battle to the team up here. Mainly because I really want to see a critical wound go off here today, guys. We're going to have Eva move in again, attacking with fist and tooth. Aiming for a 6+. A 5 and a 7. We get 1 hit here. First strike. Ooh, so we have to select this one first, but that's okay. The Screaming Antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. If the attacker is insane, cancel all hits and end their attack. Dang! She is so insane, so we cancel this hit. Ooh. The human eyes of this Screaming Antelope are too much for the survivors, guys. Alright, so he's just hanging out there. Let's have Bastion move into that blind spot as well. I think we can clear it this round. Come on. 2 speed on a 4+. A 4 and a 5. I'll take it, guys. 2 hits. We have the Restless Rump, which has a reflex. And we have the Trap card. What am I doing? The Screaming Antelope panics, its undermouth unleashing an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, knocked back 5, and are knocked down. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys are out of there. Now, doomed in this case means that they can't use survival, and a lot of good that would have been to them. Each suffer 2 brain damage, so basically we're going to be reducing their insanity by 2 points. Don't worry, they're still insane though at 5 and 4 points apiece. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, non-deaf survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules. Alright, well no one's in front, thank goodness, so he's going to move 6 points ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeesh. Alright, now that we've resolved the trap, we take all of those hit locations, add them together, and shuffle them back up. Really don't need to see that trap again, guys. Just saying. Alright, let's have Lucky move down and attack with the King's Spear. Snake Eyes. Everybody loses. No good. Well, at least we're back in range for Ripper's bow, so let's roll for that. 3 dice. 5 plus. 1 hit. Come on, girl. What are you doing to me? Hit location. All right, we've got a failure here. We're hitting the Restless Tiny Hands. Aw. Going for a 4 plus here. And we get the 4, just barely. All right, we don't have to worry about that failure, so that's good. We discard that and discard that AI card. All right, the monster activates and he takes the only AI card available to him, Back Kick. Closest threat in range we're going to be targeting, and we're going to go right here like that. Turn the monster so the target is in the blind spot, and we go for it. Speed 1, 3 plus. It's a 5, so it is a hit. Let's see where it hits. Straight to the chest, and that would be 3 points of damage. So we will spend that survival to nick out or to dodge out of the way. Let's roll to see if we get that survival back. We get a 1. We lose it properly. Dang. All right, with that, our survivors pretty much at the other end of the board. They get to stand up. That's great. We might full move them forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In an effort to chase. You can just barely see them up the top there. Eva is going to use her whisker harp just so we can see what we are about to hit. Let's check out the top 3 hit locations. We have the Restless Ear, the Restless Back, and the Restless Chest. Very restless, this guy. All right, let's go that ear. Leave that on top. That's a good order. I like that. Come on, Lucky. Live up to the name. Let's do it. King's Spear, 4 plus, because we're going to stick around in that blind spot, and let's do it. 1 hit. That might be all we need, though, the Restless Ear. If you hit with a club or a shield, you club the monster and gain 2 luck. All right, no luck here. Just a 4 plus for the wound. We can do it. 5, yes, we make it. So that pesky back kick card is out of there. It's all up to you, Ripper. 3 dice for this one. 5 plus. Let's go. 1 hit. Oh, on the edge. On the edge. Where are we hitting? That Restless Ear. Oh, Restless Back. My bad. We had the ear already. Come on. 5 plus, and we've got this. Oh, 4 plus, and we've got this. Come on. It's a 1. What? Shocking. All right. We move back into the Antelope's turn because he has absolutely no AI cards left. We jump into his basic action. Closest knockdown survivor in range. No one is knocked down. So he grazes. Full moves towards the closest Arcanthus plant. He may heal here. Moving him 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not close enough. Now in that move, the Antelope collides with Lucky here, and we'll pop him down in front there. The Antelope has this trait card. When the monster collides with a survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. 1 damage to the head. Ah, we'll take it because we've got the armor to protect, but not good. Thankfully, though, he doesn't get to heal, and we have we've got another chance to do this. All right, honestly, I think Lucky's got the best chance of wounding here. So we'll encourage with Ripper. He'll stand up and gain the bonus to speed. Then we'll move him right around the back and attack. 3 speed, 4+, 2 hits, come on. The Restless Chest, the Shank. Ooh, both of these are going to be shocking. All right, let's hit that Restless Chest and hope we can wound it. 4+. We did it! Spear goes straight through him and we will lay the antelope down. All right, let's bring over the other survivors. Let's get a shot of their victory today. That is Dunskies. All right, at this point, if any survivors had 20+ insanity, they would be pretty much removed from the game. So luckily we're not that mad. For finishing him off though, we do gain our resources. We gain the Screaming Brain, the Shank Bone, another Shank Bone, and the Spiral Horn. Awesome, heaps of bone there, guys. On top of that, we gain a questionable resource, Monster Hide, Monster Organ, and another Monster Hide. Beautiful. So not a bad hunt for us, guys. On top of that, we also scored some fresh Arcanthus, the large flat tooth, and we also got the Cyclops fly. Awesome. All right, guys, with that, our survivors return on home. All right, with our survivors returning home, we set up for the settlement phase. We heal up all of our survivors, removing any light or heavy wounds they may have inflicted, any, tokens, bleeding tokens, all that stuff. All right, so we give it a shuffle and we draw Open More. A large stone face slowly opens its mouth. Survivors prove their bravery by running into it. So here we can spend one of our endeavors to run in here. Let's have a look at this. So by spending our endeavors, we can roll any number of d10 and add the results. If you roll any doubles, the more snaps shut, leaving you trapped in the darkness. You are dead, and no one else may endeavor here this year. This is like a Cave of Wonders thing, hectic. So, oh man, this is all right. I'll put that aside. That is going to be one tough gamble. All right. Next, we get to fill in our Lantern Year 4, because guess what, guys? We are in Lantern Year 4, and we have our first Nemesis encounter, Butcher level 1. So with that little piece of knowledge under our belt, we continue on. All right, let's update the death count. Nothing to worry about. We move into the development stage. Wonderful. So we have some endeavors to play around with. And we have a bunch of goodies here as well. Now, I'm thinking we'll try and set aside some more goodies to innovate. So let's see what we've got. Got some bones, got some shanks, organ hide. Actually, what were we going to do? We were going to try and build that stone circle, weren't we? So that would cost 1 innovation, 3 organs, and a hide. Well, we have the monster hide. And from memory, we have 2 monster organs already sitting back in the resource storage. So that's good. We could throw in another one and innovate that stone circle and see what else we can buy. That leaves us a couple of endeavors to play around with that open maw. What else have we got? If we wanted to innovate, we could use the shank bone. Oh, plenty of stuff. Got a hide. Got a questionable for the organ. Oh, we have the screaming brain, but I don't know how good that's going to be useful to us. Okay. All right, let's build this stone circle and see what extra goodies we can get. So we spend our monster organ, monster hide, and two organs in storage. Get rid of our endeavor, and here we have the stone circle. Now we've got an entirely new set of armor to build, which is great. We also have these other goodies down here. So the boss Mendy, which looks like it could be, oh, I don't know. Is that going to be a hand-to-hand weapon? I'm not sure. The Beast Knuckle, Red Charm, heaps of good stuff here. And if we have Dance, we've got a place that we can spend our endeavors. All right. Oh, we could build some armor. We could build a headpiece there with our spiral horn and some scrap that we have back in storage. Let's do that. So let's spend that spiral horn and get us a helmet. Go. All right, so we get the screaming horns. This is 3 points of armor for the head there. Fantastic. And on activation, we may scream non-death insane survivors, gain +1 movement until the end of the round, and all other survivors gain +1 insanity. That is pretty wicked. That movement may come in so handy. All right, and I'm happy with that. That's cool. What else can we get? We really need to be getting some pelt to get on with that one. That's a bit of a shame. All right, well, not wasted, because now we know what we're up against. What else we get? What else can we get? Of course, we could cash in our other batch of dried Arcanthus to continually keep our survival up high, but I don't know if we need it yet, hey? Might keep that to the side. All right, well, let's innovate, hey. So let's get rid of these guys here and our endeavor and innovate. All right, so here is our deck of innovations. Now we can draw 4 and pick one, so we've got a good chance of getting something nice here. Let's see what we get. Hovel, Inner Lantern, Storytelling, and Face Painting. Oh, now face painting, that's it's going to be good to keep up the insanity. It's going to be good for intimacy stuff. What else have we got? Storytelling. Now that'll bring our survival limit up nicely and give us a place to cash in some resources much later in the game. And oh, that white speaker event, awesome. What else? Oh, Inner Lantern. We can get Surge. Now this may be the way to go. And Hovel. Now we came across an event pretty a little earlier that required Hovel, but I don't know about the odds of that happening again. I would love to pick up Storytelling because I would love to see that white speaker story event, but I think we need to finish building our survival actions and pick up Inner Lantern. Excellent. It's tough because we haven't actually got that many resources. I've been giving them all away to innovate and do other things that we actually don't have the key resources we need to build armor right now, which is a bit of a shame. That the headpiece is going to be super useful though. That's a beauty. All right, shall we try the open maw, guys? Shall we try it? Oh, I'm scared. All right, let's do it. First decision we have to make here is who are we going to send in there? Now, surely, we are not going to send in one of our existing survivors. They are too good. They are too good and I need them too much. So I feel like we should pick an unknown survivor. Someone, an unnamed, nobody cares about this guy. Let's grab one of our population, one of these guys here. Lucky number 7. He can go into the maw. And we're just going to call him Maws for the moment. And it's going to be a him. So let's do that. So he's just a random one. All right. Now we have to pick a number of dice. Now I've just picked a handful of dice here. Let's have a look at what we want to get here. We don't want a 1 to a 7 because then they suffer the dismembered leg severe injury. We don't want that. So we want to, I reckon, roll at least 2 dice. An 8 to 15, we get some courage. 16 to... we want this one. We want 32 to 39. So if we pulled, you know, relatively high rolls on 4 dice, we'd make it. But I don't think that's enough, so we're going to put in 5. But I don't think that's enough. Oh, God. What are we going to do? 6 dice? Is 6 dice enough? If we get average 6 plus, 6 sixes are 36, we might pull this off. Oh, God. But we don't want 40. No. Do we want 40? We just don't want doubles. The more dice we have, the more doubles. Oh, God. What are we going to do? Is 6 all right? Tell me, people. Is 6 okay? Oh, God, I'm scared. All right. We're going to do 6. I'm going to spend an endeavor. Mawson. Let's call him Mawson. That'll be good. That's a suburb here in Canberra. All right. Mawson is going to get in there. He's going to brave the moor. We're going to roll these dice right here. These 6, these 5. 6. All right. Here we go. You ready? Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, no. 3 8s. Technically, that's triples, but it's doubles. Oh, God. If you roll any doubles, the moor snaps shut, leaving you trapped in this darkness. You are dead and no one else may endeavor here this year. No. Bye-bye, Mawson. I'm sorry. Let's just write down here that he got eaten by the moors. Oh, a moment of silence for our poor Mawson. Okay. We move on with a heavy heart. We move on. All right, we have 1 endeavor left. Damn it, Kingdom Death. Now we do have this fly, which could be amazing. If we roll it and on a 6+, we gain 1 permanent accuracy. Anything above a 3. So as long as we roll a 4+, nothing happens or something really good happens. So should we give this to a survivor? Looks like we're going to need it. If we're going to come up against the Butcher, we are going to need something here. Lucky's already pretty good. Let's have a look at our survivors. See, Lucky's got it going on. He's got movement, accuracy, and strength bonuses. That's great. That's great. So he could be even more accurate. Oh, God. Bastion, now he's always carrying that massive sword. He's got 1 strength. He could do with an extra accuracy. That could be pretty handy. I don't know why I'm not referring to these guys as their full name. Ripper Dingle, Hero of the Phoenix, has a little bit less going on. She's got a bit of extra speed, a bit of extra strength. Uh-oh. Eva. Dingle, Savior of the Antelope, has no bonuses, although she is possibly the best at fist and tooth around. Let's invest. Let's invest in Eva. Here we go. Eva, you are going to eat the Cyclops fly because you're crazy. You are so crazy. Here we go. This doesn't require anything, so we're just doing this, all right? Here we go. 6+. Come on. We did it. It's a 6. Yes. Gain permanent +1 accuracy. So we have to get rid of this card. That's okay. We don't need that. We gain a bonus accuracy. All right. Eva Dingle, Savior of the Antelope. Congratulations. You are now better at hitting stuff. We still have an endeavor. Well, we did just lose someone, so let's go for augury. Let's do it. Where is the augury place? All right. Let's get a named survivor involved at least. Oh, wait. We've had a survivor die. Yes. This is not great news. However, it means we can check out our principal death milestone. Let's do it. Death. So when a survivor first dies in your settlement, you have to choose basically what you're going to be doing with the corpse. So there's 2 options here. We can go the first harvest, so we harvest the body for all the resources, and that leads directly to the cannibalized death principle. Now this increases our survival limit, and then we get to draw basic resources when our survivors die. That's one way we could go about it. The other is we can build a grave and a monument to our fallen survivors, which leads, obviously, to the graves principle. This gives all new survivors +1 understanding, and then we gain endeavors when survivors die during different phases. So, now we're already pretty hard on our survivors with the way that we raise our children. So let's go the first grave, I think, guys. Let's get graves so that we can increase our understanding and have the opportunity to do more things during our settlement phase. Next, we roll 1d10. The settlement, well, let's do that. Where's a d10? All right, here we go. Let's roll. A 9. Nominate a survivor. With tears in their eyes, the survivor takes a shard of rock from the grave and marks themselves with it. They cherish this mark forever. The survivor gains +1 permanent luck. Well, if we're talking luck, there is only one man that is fitting, and that is Lucky. Let's bump his luck up. From now on, he's going to be causing critical wounds more often, we hope. And yeah, he's taken this death pretty hard. Poor Mawson. Alright, that's the principle of death. Now, as far as our milestone story events go, we're actually sitting on 4 innovations at the moment. And once our settlement reaches 5, we are going to have another story event, so stay tuned for that. Alright, we're almost done with the settlement phase. We just still have that pesky endeavor, and I think we are going to try and replenish our lost population. We're going to pick a named survivor to be a parent. Who's it going to be? All right, let's go with Bastion and... well, let's go lucky number 6. Who are we going to name her? We will find out later. For the moment, let's see how we roll. There's our settlement location. We're going to start off by rolling 1d10. So Bastion is going to use the endeavor here. So let's roll. A 9. All right. We go for the intimacy event. So we've got the survival of the fittest new life principle here. So when rolling on the intimacy story event, roll twice and pick the lowest result. We've picked our couple. We're going to roll 2 dice, pick the lowest result. Let's see how we go. So we go with the 5. A new survivor is brought kicking and screaming into the world. The child's eyes are free from the ink that stained the founders' faces. The settlement gains +1 population. All right. With all that out of the way, we must prepare our departing survivors, but not for a hunt. This is the Butcher Showdown. Okay, so we are going after the Butcher next episode, or more accurately, he's coming after us. This is going to be one hell of a fight. We have a choice. Do we send fresh green newbie survivors out to take him on to test their mettle? Or do we face him head on with our tried and true founders? And I really don't think it would be very kingdom death of us to send the new guys in. It's all about growth. It's all about proving what we can do with our team. So let's send our founding survivors in and just hope that they can take on this monstrous foe. This is going to be an amazing showdown, and I cannot wait to get stuck in. Oh. All right. All that being said, we're probably about done for this episode. So before I go off and do the whole hey, I just want to say thank you very much, everybody, for tuning into this series. It's been an absolute treat having you on board, having you in the comments below. I'm loving this little community that we're building here. Super appreciate every little bit of like, subscribe, comment, all that nonsense. I love it. Thank you very much, guys. Now, with that being said, we are done here. So, as always, my name is Michael, this is Bits of Board, and we'll catch you next time.